Привет, друзья! And in Russian you will see this happen many times. Мальчик хотел поиграть в баскетбол. Boy wanted to play basketball. And you go through this sentence and you say, okay, мальчик is a boy. Хотел means wanted. Basketball is basketball, of course. And then I know this word поиграть. But I know играть means to play. Why does it have по in the beginning? What does this по mean? Why do I even need it in this sentence? Today, you will get your questions answered. Today, you will learn how and why natives use this по in a sentence, because if a native says this, you want to know why and how you can say the same thing and understand the logic behind it. First and foremost, this по is a prefix. It's something that we add before a verb for two reasons. One is the meaning change. We want to modify the meaning of a verb. Think of English. To go out has a different meaning compared to go over. We kept the same verb to go, but to go out and to go over are completely different verbs in meaning. However, this prefix по doesn't have that function. It only has the second function of prefixes, which is aspect change. We change the aspect of a verb from one to another. What is aspect? Let's talk about that right now. It's a very foundational topic that all learners must know if you guys want to express yourself in the best way possible. So, играть. Играть means to be playing, and it's imperfective. That's its aspect. Imperfective is one of the aspects, okay? And imperfective aspect verbs talk about a process. We can look at an action and we only worry about the process of that action. For example, я играю 2 часа. I am playing for 2 hours. We focus on the process. I'm playing for a certain amount of time. Our whole purpose of this sentence is that we are playing. We want to specify the process of this action. So that's why играю here is used in an imperfective aspect. But we have another verb, поиграть. Now, поиграть is perfective. We add this по to change the aspect from imperfective to perfective. And that's the only two aspects that we have in Russian, imperfective and perfective. And we do this change of aspects with an addition of prefix по. Whenever you see a verb with по, just know automatically that it will be perfective. And all perfective aspect verbs are used whenever our focus of a sentence is not the process, but the outcome of our action. I can say, я поиграл 2 часа. I've played for 2 hours. So the outcome of us playing, we're finished, we're done. That's the outcome of our action, is that I've played for 2 hours. That's my result. So imperfective will talk about the process, while perfective will talk about the outcome. And this по is needed whenever we do this change if you don't want to affect the meaning of the verb itself. As you can see, this verb means to be playing, this verb means to play. The meaning hasn't changed from to be playing to cook, right? So the по prefix does not affect the meaning of a verb. But how can you properly use it in your own Russian, in your own sentences? How can you think about the sport in the best way possible? Before we get there, guys, check out our Be Fluent Camp with the first link in the description if this topic of aspects is needed to you. If you think that you need to learn this topic, then I can guarantee you that Be Fluent Camp is going to be perfect for you. We cover this topic of aspects. We do different exercises together. I check your work. You can even get me on the phone with you so we can talk about this topic person to person. And check out all the details of Be Fluent Camp with the first link in the description. It's our 8-week intensive course where we help all Russian learners to get to the next level of their Russian, speak Russian better, speak more freely, speak with less mistakes, etc. Check it out with the first link in the description. We are starting very soon. It's our 8-week limited time camp. Check it out. And now, how can you guys use this по in the best way possible? How would a native think about this prefix по when making their own sentences? First and foremost, since verbs with по are perfective, we only make past tense and future tense sentences with this prefix. For present, we don't use perfective. For present, we only talk about imperfective verbs. So I am doing something can only be talked about with imperfective verbs, okay? So we only use por for past and future, okay? And then when you're thinking about your sentence, if you're talking about the outcome of the action, use por. If you don't, if you're talking about the process of something happening, don't use it. So let's give some examples. If my friend asks me, what did you do yesterday, Fedor? I can say, я попил кофе, I drank coffee. Я пошел на работу, I went to work. Я позанимался спортом. I worked out, I did some sports. Я попил кофе. Попил, prefix по, because I drank coffee. It's the outcome. Я пошел на работу, I went to work. Again, prefix по, because I went to work, I'm talking about the outcome of my action. Я позанимался спортом, I did sports, I engaged in sports, again, prefix по, because I'm talking about factual things. Because all of the actions were factual, like just this, I did this, I did this, I did that, we used по with each of them. And then, what if I'm talking about my plans for tomorrow? I can say, я пойду в магазин, I'll go to the store, по prefix. Я посмотрю сериал, I'll watch the series, I'll watch a TV show. And then, я приготовлю ужин, I'll cook dinner. So, пойду в магазин, по prefix, I will go. Again, fact, I will go. Not that I will be walking to the store, talking on the phone with my friend. No. Then, я посмотрю сериал, I'll watch a series, I watch a TV show. Again, factual, outcome. But then, in our last part of the sentence, я приготовлю ужин, I will cook dinner, it's also factual, but we don't have по. But we have при. При is also a prefix. In fact, there's over 40 prefixes in Russian. При and по are just two of those. So при is another prefix that will do the same exact thing as по. It will change the aspect, but also it will add some meaning to this verb. And now, moving forward, guys, you've learned what по is. I want you to start thinking about other prefixes in Russian. Not just по, but other ones that will unlock some of the communication that we as natives have. Now move on to learn other prefixes in Russian, either with this video that will cover more prefixes in Russian or with BFluent Camp. We cover prefixes in our intermediate and advanced courses there. Check them out with this button right here or watch this next video. It's up to you.